Hi everyone, it's Lucy. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest with you, I would not really describe myself as a morning person, but I do feel like I have found a way to really enjoy my mornings and set myself up for the day. So if you didn't know, I come from a marketing and corporate background where I worked full time, and I have been working now freelancing for a little over a year. And this year I have decided to put my focus into content creation full time. So we'll see how we go. Let me just say, there's no blueprint for freelancing in terms of what you're meant to do every day. And I noticed I had this habit of just, waking up and going straight into work and not necessarily making time to do other things which might be good for my productivity and my mental health and my creativity. And it just led me to feeling very overwhelmed because my entire day in my mind was just work. But not this year. This year I want to take advantage of the fact that I am a freelancer and I have flexibility in my schedule, and I want to carve out some dedicated me time to set myself up for the day. So I actually keep my skincare and makeup at my computer desk. So after a quick cleanse, here I am. And I found if I even spend just a few minutes doing a very quick routine, it does help my brain flip into work mode. We're no longer in sleepy pajama mode. So with that, let me show you a quick and effective morning skincare routine featuring numbuzin products who are partnering with me on this video today. So before I jump into talking about these specific bits and bobs, I want to share with you, I have been using numbuzin products for quite a while now. So it was a pretty cool moment when they reached out to me to work together because they were like, have you heard of us? And I was like, literally, yes. If you haven't heard of numbuzin before, they are a hot new skincare brand that have a chef kiss range of products to suit all different skincare needs, and they are amazing quality while also being affordable. So the first product I'll be using in my routine today is the numbuzin No. 3 Super Glowing Essence Toner. And this is a bestseller. It's ranked number 2 on Amazon, and it is definitely worth the hype. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love fermented ingredients. They're just so delicious and enticing to a skincare girly like me. And I found that most essences on the market will contain maybe 1, maybe 2 fermented extracts. And depending on the product, it may or may not be the majority of the formula. And sometimes when it is the majority of the formula, it can be very expensive. Now, this big boy from numbuzin contains over 50 different fermented extracts. It is genuinely so chock full of different beneficial ingredients. When I was reading the ingredient list for this, I was like, and to me, at this price point, it's just such a standout. I've tried a few different fermented essences in my time. I've tried some low-end ones, some high-end ones, but never with over 50 kinds of just scrumptious yum-yums like we're getting with this one. We are getting the rice ferment filtrate, we're getting the algae ferment extract, we're getting the pumpkin ferment extract, we're getting
A few moments later.
And saying all that, having over 50 different extracts in a product doesn't necessarily mean you'll get results, right? But oh baby, I've seen results. My skin just loves fermented extracts as an ingredient category, and whenever I stop using them in my routine, I see a really big difference, and whenever I start using them again, I also see a very big difference. So let me show you. So I just do a layer of this right after I cleanse, and oh my gosh, it's so good. You kind of just get this instant dewy glowy effect. You can kind of see it's a little viscous. It's not totally watery. It's almost like a super light serum texture. And so you can see this immediate glow and difference. Since I have been using this, I feel like my skin has just been on its best behavior. Again, we're not getting as much of that redness as I'm used to. And sciencey fun fact, they actually clinically tested this product and saw that it improved skin radiance by 50% over 2 weeks, which is a statistically significant number. I myself was not in that scientific study, but I can tell you that I am very pleased with my results. The next step I'm going to show you is the numbuzin No. 4 73% Collagen Pudding Serum. Now, I'm sure you've heard a lot about the benefits of collagen as an ingredient, both internal and external, but topically applied collagen is really effective at plumping and moisturizing your skin. I found that using this, it just makes my skin have this very smooth and firm appearance to it. It's almost like skincare shapewear, sort of. Just combined with the essence in the previous stamp, it's we are firmly in Plump City. And I use this and it's just pause. Don't know them. I drink 10 liters of water a day and have no concept of earthly struggles. The vibes are good. Also, I'm gonna be real. I'm not overly concerned about fine lines and wrinkles on my face at this point, but if we just travel a few inches down to my neck, there is a crease in the spot where I look down at my phone. So I've been taking this serum down to my neck, and it has been helping to severely reduce the appearance of this line on my neck and like plumping it out. So whether you're constantly online by choice or by trade, I can definitely recommend this one if you are looking to plump out and reduce the appearance of those deep-seated lines. And with this one, when they say pudding texture, they mean it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like jelly-like. And even though it has that jelly-like texture, it just sinks right into your skin. And my skin tends to be quite dehydrated, but I find when I use this, I don't even necessarily need to go in with like a moisturizer step. Ta-da! Last but not least, I want to show you my absolute favorite product, which is the No. 3 Porcelain Base Skip Tone Up Beige. I have been using this for months and months now, and I'm happy to officially announce that we are in love. It's actually a dream to apply. It's so fuss-free. And I actually just brought this with me on a trip where I went down to see my grandma. I didn't want to bring like a bunch of makeup. I just wanted to have like a little something on hand to like, you know, feel cute. It's very low key, and on the day-to-day, if this is my only base product, like, I'm happy. I actually heard about this product from a fellow YouTuber that I'm sure a lot of you also watch and follow, Tina Tanaka Harris. So I bought this like months and months ago now when she talked about it in a video, because the way she like described it and like how it worked for her, I was instantly like, add to cart, which isn't normally me. I'm not normally like an instant add to cart girly, but she was so right about all the amazing things she said about it. It's so good. So since I've transitioned into working for myself full-time, working from home, I haven't been putting on makeup every day like I used to when I used to go into the office. And I think there is like a psychological element of like being a little bit more put together and not just being like fully in pajamas, like barefaced comfy. Also, a side note that I've discovered is I'm a little bit more inclined to do like an impromptu TikTok or an Instagram story when I'm sort of like a little bit more put together. Anyway, let me stop blabbing and let me just show you. It is this creamy texture, and it's actually like really sheer. Like, I know it looks sort of like a foundation, but it's actually incredibly minimal coverage, and it just helps to take away like the red tint in my cheeks. So what I do is I just dot it on like this, kind of focusing on around the center of the face, because that is sort of where that little bit of redness comes in. And I just kind of make a blob. And so it does temporarily look like this, but then I just take a brush and blend it. And you can use your fingers as well, but I quite enjoy using a little brush. And you can see immediately how like sheer it actually is. It's definitely not a tricky product to use, so like any way that you want to use it will work out and look lovely. And if you feel like you want a little bit extra in any particular area, you can just kind of like dot that on. But that is literally it. I don't feel the need to set this with powder or anything. It kind of self-sets to this sort of smooth, dewy, glassy look. Like, it's so good. And I feel with other tinted moisturizers, I feel like they feel very thick on your skin, but this is very weightless. It doesn't really feel like you have anything on at all. I sometimes forget that I'm wearing this and I, you know, go to touch my face or something, like I don't have anything on, and it doesn't smudge or anything either. It's really good. This product does have SPF 50 in it, which is good for a little bit of extra defense. So that is the base. What do we think? Very quick, very easy, takes like a minute. I just feel like for no makeup, a lot of the base products I've tried are just very like fiddly. Like you have to spend a lot of time to get them to look nice, and then it sort of defeats the purpose of it being like a quick, easy thing, you know what I mean? So this has been my go-to for like quick, easy, like no effort, kind of just yassifying my skin a little bit. It almost looks like a filter, you know what I mean? Like it just looks so smooth and glassy. So good. So good. And honestly, I could stop there, but if I just want to make it a little bit more of a look, I can just add a smidge of makeup. I don't do this every day, but I do enjoy playing with makeup and testing different products. And I feel like just, you know, a lick of mascara and like a little bit of lip gloss is a little bit more of like Lucy look. So I'm just gonna quickly do a few extra little bits and bobs. And that's it. And now I'm just gonna fiddle with my hair a little bit and put on my work clothes, and we are set for the rest of the day. So as I mentioned, I am most certainly not a morning person. I really like to take it slow in the mornings because I feel like my brain doesn't really switch on until like 10, 11 a.m. I have a setting on my phone to have all my notifications off until a particular time, so I can check them at my own pace, but also I'm not just like waking up and like overwhelmed with emails and messages and all that stuff. And I found that has been very, very helpful to me to not just like wake up and feel immediately stressed. So I have my breakfast here. I have a little birch muesli that I prepped last night, and I just popped a little bit of extra fruit on top because, you know, feeling fancy. I have a guest here, gotta be cute. And while I have my breakfast, I usually like to put on a news podcast. Very exciting, I know. And then once breakfast is settled in my tum-tum, I'll get into checking DMs, emails and stuff, and I'll just like do it out here while I have my coffee. I like to start with like easy small tasks for my day because, again, brain not entirely on yet. I have a never-ending to-do list, and I'm the only person who does the to-dos on the to-do list, so I find that it makes my day feel more manageable when I like tick off a couple of small things first thing. That's really good. Alrighty, now I've had my breakfast, I'm still sipping on my little drink. I've checked my messages and comments and everything, and also I've checked my emails, which gives me a little bit of an idea about a couple of things that I'll need to prioritize and get back to people about today. I also use a like productivity app that I can see like kind of my to-do list every day, which includes filming this video. But now, depending on the day that it is, around this time is usually when I will go to the gym, because perks of working, you know, flexibly is that I can take advantage of off-peak hours. Today is not my gym day, so I will not be doing that today. Welcome back to the office. Normally I separate my week into days dedicated for content creation and then days doing admin, editing, all that other stuff. So today's kind of a weird day because it's sort of a mix. But anyway, it's an admin day, but it usually consists of editing videos. That takes a lot of time. Emails, the girl boss catch-all term. But usually for me, it's liaising back and forth about any brand work that I've decided to take on. Or today, something that I have been meaning to do and I'm gonna get to today is I'm gonna be doing selects, which sounds like kind of a fancy schmancy term, but essentially it just means I'm online shopping. For example, an email that will take me probably like an hour at least to respond to is a brand that has reached out, and I've agreed to work with them. We've already sorted all of that, but now I have to do the selects, so picking which items from their website that I want to feature in a video. And this shouldn't probably take me as much time as it does. I'm like, okay, what material is it made of? What's the cut? Like, I'm very picky, but I also feel like that makes me me and like my fashion taste mine, you know? So, and that is not also necessarily always for brand work, but sometimes if I have a video concept that I want to do, you know, so like that creative ideation process of a video. But obviously, in case you haven't noticed, I quite like my job. I very much enjoy it. It's easy to build goss too close to the sun when you like the way the sun, when you feel the, when you, I don't really know what type of analogy I was trying to make there, but you get my point, okay? It's work I very much enjoy doing. And speaking of which, I am going to get into it now. Okie dokie, now I have that done, which is good. So I am gonna get another cup of tea, just refuel a little bit mid-morning, and I'm gonna keep working. Fresh tea, and I'm gonna pop it here on my little mug desk heater, because I never finish my cups of tea before they go cold. So I just got that for Christmas, so that's good. And now I'm just going to write myself a brief for a video that I'm gonna be filming soon. I typically don't script my videos, as you can probably tell by the amount of rambling that goes on. I'll do a little notes thing up before I film the video, and then I have time, like as I'm thinking about the video in the few days before I film it, to add anything that I need to add. Riveting, I know. That in particular was a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be. That is good. And with that, we're rapidly approaching Munch Crunch lunchtime, which means that that is my morning over, and that is my morning routine. Still looking and feeling nice and fresh and dewy and very much in my girl boss element. I hope you enjoyed watching this and thought it was like at least a little bit interesting, taking a peek into the life of YouTuber slash content creator slash freelancer. And of course, a big thank you to numbuzin for partnering with me on this video. All their products are available on Amazon, Shopee, their own website. I'll link all of those down in the description box below. And also don't forget to follow their Amazon store so you don't miss out on any of their limited time offers and deals. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!